Hey traders, hope you all had a great trading day. Just wanted to bring you a quick trade review from inside of our trading chat room this morning and what collaboration took place on Slack and how we traded today. Really traded. I had 3 calls today in the trade room, and I'll show you those calls and what we've done, and I'll talk about it. I mean, I called CAT, TXN, TER, and then TXN. So 3 calls, 1, 2, 3 calls, and all 3 of them actually worked really nice. I already posted the trade review for CAT earlier. Wanted to go over TXN and TER because I've gotten a lot of questions as I was doing a post-market review with a few of the traders, and a lot of questions came in. So I thought those were really good questions and informative questions. Someone who is thinking about someone who is futuristic and really thinking about, okay, how do I get better as a trader? So I thought, I add a little bit of a value and bring you what I see in the trade. And sometimes, hey, 3 trades out of 3 trades, that doesn't happen every day, but it happened yesterday. And there was a time last year. There was a time last year or a couple of years ago that I remember profoundly when people used to say, "Hey, you may have lost your touch." Well, guess what? If and I, obviously, in when you're a trader, you have to live and die by the trades and live and die by your strategy and your plan. And I've been trading my plan for the last 10 years. So if you and those that have said I've lost my touch, and if you are trading for last 10 years and you have a respectable track record, then yes, you have all the right to criticize what's happening because there was time I really wasn't getting the uh, I'm just not having a good trading day. It's just simple as that, or good trading week or month. I mean, I was just break even, a little bit profitable, just not where my usual self, 65, 73% batting average and good risk to reward ratio, and this basically shit happens. So but most of these folks, they're very they're amateur traders and they never had a touch. So really it's got to stay humble with it, and that's what really comes down to. So let's take a look at TXN, the first one. And here's a TXN trade. Really want to what we when you really talk about what when I'm going to talk about what happened with TEN trade here in a minute. So is my drawing. There we go. Okay, much better. Sorry about that. So um, here's what happened with TN. It's a level 2 gap first and foremost. It's a level 2 gap, and in this trade, what you have here, why it's a level 2 gap? Because it's coming out after a green bar, and but what really what you can do, elevate level 2 gap, because it has a nice consolidation here, as you can see on this TXN. I mean, especially if I were to pull up a chart here for you on TXN, and you will then see this right here. Let me just bring up TXN for you guys. TXN, T TXN. So here what you see on TXN is, this green bar here, and I'm gonna actually go out a little bit. It's a green bar, nice consolidation, gapping over consolidation, new high. I always look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart is very important for me as I'm evaluating my morning gaps and how I'm going to trade with gaps. And you can see how this thing is totally taken out to new highs, and it's going to rally because it's been in the range for a very long time. You've got 2018 made a top, 2019-ish right here made a bottom and a nice little bottom. You've got a significant pivot here, pivot, you got a pivot low here, and then you just took out a pivot high. So, triple, quadruple top, however you want to read it. It's been in this range for almost a year, from 95 to 120. You got a $25 range, so that's just the measured move will be another 25 bucks. So we had a good trading range here, at least to say we had a good trading range. So it opens up here. This is pre-market chart here, so that you can kind of gauge where you may see some sellers and buyers here. So this is the pre-market chart. You know, we get long here about 3 minutes into the trade. So this is your first bar, not this one. This is first, second, third bar. You got a red bar, nice little volume here. No follow through on a red bar. Instead, you get a bottoming tail right here. You get a bottoming tail, and you know, bottoming tail with volume, which engulfs. So just a couple things. You're just processing this at a very fast speed. So the entry come at 126.55, which is right up here, and it's take you back here on this on this 1 minute chart. If I could bring this up. I don't know if I can bring this up here. All right, so let's see if I can make this a 1 minute chart and make it easier. There you go. So right here, right over here. So it brings up right over here. This is it, right? So you see this right here, 126.43 right here, and I want to get long. This is a pretty aggressive entry. So 126.55, and then stop will be at 126. So about a 50-cent stop. I gave it a little bit more stop because this is got. I think my fill was 126.62 if I remember correctly. So I'll give it a little bit more stop here, and then I told the room that we can add more here as it takes out the high, so we can add more, but we can then move our stop under this area around 126.50-ish. So we did a little bit of that, and then boom, it moves up. It moved up nicely, and we took profits here as it moved up 2 hours. A nice move here, 126.55. What 126.55, so here's 125.70, so that's what I was telling you where we put a stop, and then it moved up to 128.50. It's almost $2 move, and we had a almost 80-cent stop. So nice 2+ R's here in TXN. Pretty nice trade here. The next one is TER. TER, that's almost the same concept here on TER. You've got 2 bars before the gap up, but you're going into the new highs here. Almost the same concept, right? You made a new highs here. You made a low. This is lower high on a weekly chart. Right here you bottomed. Right here this is a transitional stage 1 pivot highs. This is your pivot low because it took out these, this taking out this. When it take this out, now it becomes a significant pivot. So now you're taking out what, 1, 2, almost 3 pivots here. So that makes a super nice stock. I mean, this is also you can this is also a level 2 gap because we don't have the ingredient for level 1 gap, and I'll go into it. I went into it yesterday on AN, so that was a level 1 gap, and so you can watch those videos and subscribe to our channel so for more of these videos, playbook trading channel. So this was super nice. So this is a playbook entry. I mean, this is exactly how I like to play it. I call it a little bit of a go pattern. You got a first bar, which is green bar. Get a red bar instantly. Perfect. When I was live in the room, I said, guys, keep an eye on this. I'm ready to take this high of these bars because this is such a potent pattern when this happens. Red bar gets engulfed, green bar gets engulfed, red bar get fought out, and then new highs. This is gonna have explosive move. Well, it doesn't do that. What it does, it gives us even a better entry. Start basing here. Finally, we get a nice little bottoming tail. We got a little bit of a base here, and I said, okay, we're gonna go long over 53.80. So right over here, so we're gonna go long. And I'll show you this right here on this chart here. So boom, right here where I said we're gonna go long right here, 53.80 and 53.80 and stop right over here. So that's where we said 53.80, and we're gonna put a stop under the bottoming tail. So the stop wasn't really. I mean, you have to give a realistic stop. If you give stop here, so if you get long here at 53.80, so let's say you get long 53.80, and this will be an arbitrary stop because this is the bottoming tail is the real stop here, and even have to go a little bit lower. So it was an 80-cent stop, so 53.80 by 53, 80-cent stop, and look at the explosive move we got here, and we took profit into this bar here. This bar also had a really nice volume here, and after volume you can almost, I don't want to say nothing is 100% in trading, but very high odd, 80-90% that you will see a pullback. And this pullback here, this in this bar, we took profit 55.60. It went to, I think, $56. So it went higher than where we got long. But we got a nice little move here from either from 53.80 to 55.60, almost $2 move, 80-cent stops is 2 plus R's here as well. But when you really overlay the long-term time frame for one, you move the 1 minute to 5 minutes, and 1 minute, what it looks like a little bit of deeper pullback. It's a very, very nice pullback on a 5 minute, and then it moved higher. It moved higher for the rest of the day, and you can see that here. So all throughout the day, it stayed strong. Could have been an all day hold, and we do that sometimes, all day hold. But this was really, really nice pattern. So both of these stocks did exceptionally well. So I thought I'd bring it to you for your learning pleasures. Those of you who are looking to improve, and hope you get something out of it. If you're interested, come join us. www.playbooktrading.com. Join our Slack community. A lot of collaboration there. This is absolutely free. We put a lot of trade ideas, real-time trade ideas. We trade real time. So one of our head traders was trading Facebook and Tesla after hour. He specialized, really, really, really good trader for as far as a tape, and that's all he trades after hours. And he was trading live, so that was pretty cool to watch as well. And next week we are going live. We have screen share. So if you're interested, register, sign up, and we'll get you your logins. Have a great rest of the evening, and we'll get back in the market tomorrow.